You know?
Yeah.
Have fun. All right, here we go. It's recording now, so it's time to hit this button in 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Mouth, Mr. Mouth.
It's Mr. Mouth, the new game from Tomy that can't keep his big mouth shut.
Mr. Mouth, Mr. Mouth.
Try to flip your chips into his mouth before he closes it.
Mr. Mouth, Mr. Mouth.
First one out of chips is the winner.
Mr. Mouth, Mr. Mouth.
Mr. Mouth, with batteries sold separately, just can't keep his big mouth shut.
This is the Morning Stream with Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett. Now, with 20% more psyllium hydroxide and erotic acid.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. I'm Scott Johnson, and he is Brian Ibbett. Yes. Yes. Hey, we talked pre-show about your car getting fixed. Did you end up doing any rides to afterward to test it?
No. Yesterday, as planned, was all freelance and prep for this week's Coverville. Usually that's a Wednesday thing, but I'm planning since I was like, all right, I've got a soundography to record with Hammond. I've got a bunch of freelance to do. I'm going to make Tuesday all that and then prep for Coverville, which is usually Wednesdays, so that I can do tons of driving today. So this afternoon, a little bit of freelance, and then I'm going to go out and probably drive into the evening and take my chances, roll the dice on the wackos that come out at night.
Yeah, picking up weirdos in a Boulder bar at midnight.
It probably will be Boulder. This is move-in week for all the college students, and so I figure it's a really good week to just drive up to Boulder, then turn on the Lyft app because it's going to be, can you take me over the Coffee Bean?
Yeah.
Can you take me over the Red Robin?
It'll
can
be
you take me over
nonstop.
the Lens Crafters?
Yeah, it'll happen. Lens Crafters. And then can you pick me up in about an hour and get my glasses?
Exactly.
No, that's cool. That's happening here as well. I don't know if Carter's in the chat, but her whole week has been swamped. They're up at the university where she works, and first week there as well. So kids are everywhere. There's a million things going on, trying to get it all wrangled. Poor thing needs a break. She needs a break.
Yeah.
But anyway, that'll be fun. We'll see if there's any stories that come out of that.
I hope there's some stories, and I hope they're fun stories and not like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe what happened in my car.
Yeah. Somebody took a shit.
God.
Speaking of which, so something funny happened yesterday. Van was over at the house. Taylor had actually a photo shoot at the university, which is why he was here. And so she's up there waddling around, super pregnant, trying to get photos done. And we played with Van for a bit. And I only got to see him a little bit because I was busy. But at one point, he was out there making big block dinosaurs out of Duplo-looking blocks. You know,
Sure.
Nothing's hasn't graduated onto the Lego yet. He's still doing the big fatties. And he's making this big pile, and it's supposed to be in long neck, you know, and he's going, long neck, Pops, long neck, and he's pointing at it and showing me how cool it is. And he's building on it. He kept adding pieces to it, and I kept thinking, well, this is going to crash, buddy. It's not going to last. And he's 3, right? So he's 3 years old.
Of course.
And it gets to the point where it's too much, and it topples over. And I just figured, oh, no big deal. He'll clean it up and start again. And I'm just sort of sitting there watching how this plays out. The whole thing topples over, and he goes, well, shit, he says.
and he's 3 and a half?
Yeah, he's 3, which what that tells me is his mom or his dad have been, smacking their fingers or shutting the door in their hand or, dropping something in the kitchen and letting it fly.
Certainly not getting it from Grandpa.
No, I never, in fact, I never swear around the kid. So I know for sure it isn't me, but I don't know where he got it. And he said it so, like, matter-of-factly, put his hands on his hips.
Well, shit.
Yep. He goes, like, looks at that and goes, well, shit. And then he gets down into it and starts building it again. But, whatever. Well, you got to do what you can to get through the day.
Kudos to him for using it properly, though, right? It's not just like he's building is going, shit. But, that was the appropriate time and the appropriate response for physics did not work out the way I intended. Well, shit.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very adult use of the word.
Yeah,
and
good for him.
Well, good for him. We'll see how that translates.
Listen, I'm a fan of swears. Of any age, kids using swears, as long as they use them correctly. As long as it's, the right time and the right context.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So you get him into kindergarten, wrong time, wrong context, and suddenly things all go to shit. For lack of a better word. So we'll see if that bites his mom in the butt or not. But anyway,
it certainly could.
It was still fun hanging out. And we went and splashed water on dogs and hung out for a bit, and it was great. It's always good having him around. Pretty sure he's like he's my serotonin source these days.
Oh, really? Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't have any others. Like, what else is there? Just like, life's weird right now. So it's like he'll come around.
Nothing on the Steam Deck giving you like the serotonin.
Oh, I mean, your usual gaming stuff, sure, but I'm kind of immune to those things.
Sure,
like I don't get the jolt you'd get when you were a kid on your NES anymore. I played too many of them, but I'm finishing. I finally decided to. It's just so stupid. I finally decided to go back and finish, freaking Assassin's Creed Origins, the one set in Egypt. From a few years ago, and the reason I'm doing is I never quite finished it. I was pretty far in it, and what got me thinking about it again was I was listening to the Prey music from the new movie Prey, the the Predator there, yeah, and the girl who wrote that soundtrack wrote all the music for the last 3 major releases of Assassin's Creed, and they're all really good. And that got me thinking, I'm kind of in the mood for that. So then I went and put on the Origin soundtrack and just listened to it all day and was like, that's so good. That makes me want to play that game. So now I'm playing that game again.
Nice.
On a Steam Deck in bed. So it's kind of nice.
Totally fine.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt nobody. Quick email this morning before we get cranking on all our Wednesday bits. This is how we start that.
Send and receive email.
Dear Scott and Brian, says Robert from Hendertucky. Here's an interesting fact about roundabouts. We talked about the roundabouts and everyone sucks at them. I just had someone suck at one earlier today walking the dog.
Oh no, really?
They just were.
They just can't figure it out.
They just don't know when to stop. Like they think, or they stop when they're not supposed to stop, or they go when they're not supposed to go. Those are the two default states for dummies. Anyway, almost hit Rainer. It was fine in the end. But here's what this person says. Here's an interesting fact about roundabouts I learned from Stuff You Should Know. The first roundabout, not to be confused with the circle drive. Okay.
I don't know if I've heard of a circle drive, but
I haven't either. It sounds like a place to go eat or something, doesn't it?
Let's go to the circle drive.
Yeah, right. In the 50s or something. You're gonna go down to the circle drive and hang out. Anyway, he says it failed because the rules were reversed. The cars in the circle had to yield to incoming cars. Later, they started showing up in Europe. It wasn't until 1990 that the U.S. saw its next modern roundabout, which was in Summerlin, Las Vegas. That's cool.
That is cool.
Also, most people here hate them as they have started making their way into neighborhoods. I like them just fine, says Robert. Well, Robert, you probably know how to drive one. You probably know how to do the thing. It's everyone else is the problem. They all don't know how to freaking drive in those damn things.
So a traffic circle is basically like a here, let me give you this graphic that you can put on the
we have an
stream.
Image. I like images.
I have an image. Yeah. It's basically a bunch of T intersections. So it's still like you come up and you stop at the T intersection. What determines?
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. So
I'm not sure what the difference is like. As far as
what is the functional difference? Because these are all saying do the same thing, like stop here, go here, turn here. Oh,
yeah.
I guess there's the on-ramp, off-ramp business, which is a little different.
Yeah.
Not really, though.
Not really. I mean, the roundabouts are a little bit smoother. Not as harsh turns and stuff, but...
So there are 8 inputs, outputs. This has 6. Sorry, traffic circle has 6. A roundabout has 8. Oh,
you go into a roundabout, you choose your correct lane before you, like, as you enter the roundabout, as opposed to in a traffic circle, you change lanes within the within the circle. That's interesting.
Okay. Well, the stuff in Europe is more like that roundabout, and the thing
more like the roundabout, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing I'm crossing is a little closer to this traffic circle, if I'm honest.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, as far as like how much is going on here, I don't know. I have to go walk it again and like really look, but
Yeah.
Interesting. Locally, a traffic circle can be found in. Oh, they're talking about there locally.
They're just local to Washington. Yeah.
Drawing show traffic streams interact. I mean, it's not that different.
It isn't that different. I'm trying to find what is the big difference, right? Because it's you still come in, you enter when it's clear. There's not like red lights that determine when you come in. Oh, there we go. Stop signs and yield signs. Well, okay. Stop signs, you stop regardless if it's open or not.
Yeah, whereas you yield and look. Yeah. So really the difference here is these have signs, this doesn't. Mm-hmm. As best I can tell.
Entering traffic must always yield to all traffic in the roundabout. It's okay to enter the traffic circle along circulating traffic, like turning right onto a multi-lane road with traffic in the left lane.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. But that's still the rules I'm talking about are the same in both cases, which is the whole stop and yield bit, and that's where people get hung up.
It is exactly right. And man, the fact that the original roundabouts were the people in the circle had to yield to the people coming in. Yeah. Holy crap, that feels like it's the worst design ever.
It's horrendous. That's terrible. No wonder they freaking changed it. But I don't think, I can't even use that as an excuse for why people get it wrong because they weren't here then. They don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, man. Freaking roundabouts. F off.
Oh, Kivak says the difference is 2 lanes exiting.
Yeah, but it's still the same principle of exiting and entering. Mm-hmm. So where you stop and where you start is still the same, just more lanes, I think, is the difference. Well, anyway, that was fun. We learned some things today. And we're going to learn some more things because this guy's coming in here. Hey, look who it is. It's our old pal Brian Ibbett joining us from South Carolina, where I'm sure there's probably or did I say Ibbett?
Hey,
sorry,
pal, Ibbett.
I meant Dunaway.
Hey, Brian Dunaway. How are you?
Hello, Brian Dunaway. I don't know.
Hi.
I don't know why I always do that. Hey, too many Brians.
Let's just let it go. It's been going on for almost a decade now.
These two Brians and the mix-ups we make, it's fine. Hey, do you have
It's fine, Fletcher. Let's just go ahead and play.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey, do you have roundabouts where you live? Do you have to deal with that? Is that a thing?
I have one roustabout.
Roustabout. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is there a difference?
Kind of like a roundabout, but just rousty. Yeah.
Oh, well, it makes perfect sense then. I get it now.
You enter it, and then you just kind of shake the people who are already in there to make sure that they're awake, right? That's the deal?
Right. Yeah. And no one knows how to use the round. There's only one that I know of that I ever go on to, and no one knows how to use it.
Okay, so same problem.
But luckily, but luckily it's only I think it's 25 through that area, so even if you make a mistake, it's not fatal.
That's true, unless there's dummies. Slow. Sometimes people go through there too quick, so you always end up with some a-hole at 3 a.m., but I guess I'm not there then, so it doesn't affect me. Hey, if it doesn't affect me, it's not a problem then, right? Hey, welcome back. We're going to play a game.
Way.
I forgot to add the call thing. Hold on, I'm going to do that real fast. We got to take your calls. If you want to call and be a part of this, you got to call the number 801-471-0462. You can be a contestant in today's Tadpooley feud. Now,
it is cloud covered outside, by the way, guys. I don't know how you guys are holding up, but we got 14 days worth of rain, and so I've turned on my rain playlist of all my depressing, grungy type of music.
That sounds all right, though. That sounds nice.
Yeah, it actually sounds just fine.
Yeah. Deftones are so good when it rains.
Really? I was thinking Mighty Boss Tones for some reason in my head.
That's good, too. I can see that.
Boss Tones, sure.
Yeah, listening to some upbeat ska while the rain's falling down.
Yeah.
I listened to Rammstein this morning on my long walk with the dog, and yeah.
Okay, I get you.
That'll wake you up.
I got you primed.
It does wake you up. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but nobody yells 9 quite the way the singer for them does. Like that guy yells 9. Probably not since Hitler has anyone yelled 9 so loud. It's just really intense.
Was it the popular stuff or was it some of that X-rated porn stuff they did for a while?
It was. I heard about that. Aren't there full music videos that are full on X-rated wiener stuff?
Yeah, it's porn with their heads and stuff superimposed over it. It's awesome. I would say the name of the song
years ago. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really them. I thought the whole controversy was them participating in the
deep fake.
Really? I didn't know that. All right, I'm being told via a quick search here while we're killing time that
by the internet.
the freaking Google Voice taking live calls is down at the moment. I don't know why.
Oh no!
So is there a way to do this without a person? Oh wait, maybe it's working now.
Chat room.
Hold on, let me see if it's working.
Okay.
It made there's a rumor or there's talk of up and down. Oh, I think we got it. Hold on. I think we got a caller. Let's find.
Are we still talking about Ramenstein?
No more Ramenstein. Hi, who's this? Thanks for calling. Who's this?
Well, it's been a while, Scott.
Oh my gosh, it's Ian. I am sci-fi, right?
oh, hi, Ian.
Can you believe? Can you believe that's how regular you used to be? All it took was the sound of your voice, and I knew who you were. It's amazing.
Why? Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you, dude. Still hanging in there, doing all right these days?
Yeah, hanging in there. Yep, been a busy summer, and not looking forward to it being over.
Me neither. Aww. I like the warm weather. I'll be sad when it's gone. Anyway, well, great. We got an old favorite here, Brian. You want to explain to him how this works and what he could win?
I'll do that. It's time to play the Tadpool Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Ian, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. You don't get to choose. I choose for you. Aww. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Remothered Broken Porcelain and In Other Waters, both on Steam, both courtesy of Wesley.
Remothered's good. It's good and creepy.
Remothered? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Yeah. It's like a little horror game.
Yeah,
nice.
It's pretty creepy.
Horror game.
In Other Waters, I don't know. I'm surprised I don't know what that is, but I've never heard of it In Other Waters. So
In Other Waters?
Yeah, In Other Waters.
Meanwhile, In Other Waters.
Cool. Oh, that's currently, let's see, very positive reviews on Steam. Came out in 2020. Ooh, it looks cool.
Nice.
Oh, this looks rad. I kind of want this, whatever this is.
Ooh, it looks good.
Yeah, you're an artificial intelligence guiding a stranded xenobiologist through a beautiful and mysterious alien ocean. Ooh.
Oh, that does sound really cool. All right, I'm keeping that. I'm going to give him something else. He's going to get...
Darn it!
Getting Batman Lego.
Well, the good news is if anyone out there is like, hey, that sounds like my kind of game, it's currently on sale till August 22nd for $5.99 as well, so you can get it real cheap. Yeah, cool. It's usually
not bad.
Usually $30.
That's telling you how much your prizes are worth there, Ian. Good for you.
usually $15 is what it usually is. So anyway,
look at that.
I'm not expecting hundreds of dollars. That's perfectly fine.
Okay,
hell
good.
no.
Good. No. If you were calling the wrong show.
Yeah.
Schenectady, you're on line 2. All right, let's go ahead and get to this. Hands on your buzzards, gentlemen, and tell me your answer to this. We asked 812 tadpoolers to give us their response to name an animal that shares its name with a professional sports franchise. Scat.
You said professional.
A professional sports franchise.
I thought
3 seconds.
You said professional.
I thought college for a second.
I was gonna say
the Detroit Lions. I don't know.
Okay, Lions. All right.
Scott buzzes in. Give me 5 minutes. I'll
give me a second.
Answer.
No, let me can I make sure I understood the question correctly? All right. Show me a lion.
Oh, sorry.
Number 9.
Number 9. Oh, hey,
big points, but that doesn't mean 8 answers will beat it. Yeah. Brian. Do you have
a Lions, number 1. Name a professional team that is okay, so I'm gonna go with Dolphins. How about that?
Dolphin. Show me Dolphin. Number 3, Brian, you've got Ian and control of the board.
Yep.
Told you I'd decide.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys have 3 points.
I was gonna go with another answer, Ian, but I was unsure if I asked the question, does it include all large cats? And then, I didn't want to hear no smack, so I went with Dolphin.
Yeah, trust me, you'll get smack. If you say something even remotely weird, you'll get smack. That's how it works.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Like if it's an animal that can be talked about multiple ways, then it's all in one. Mm-hmm. But if it's different species of the same animal, then then they're up here differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ian, what do you got, man?
You got a guess? You got an animal? You got a local pro team?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I've been waiting to say the Bears.
Oh, the Bears. Yeah.
Bears.
The Bears.
I thought I thought Dunaway said local protein, which would work.
Protein.
Still.
I know. Yeah. Well, bear is protein. Yeah. Show me Bears. Yeah, Bears, Bruins, Cubs, and Grizzlies. All.
I did not know Bruin was a
Bruin is another name for a bear. Another word for a bear.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, the kind in Idaho.
I didn't know that either until I looked it up this morning.
The hairy ones in Idaho. They're Bruins.
What the hell is a Bruin?
What's a Bruin?
What's a Bruin anyway?
Is Bruin?
All right.
Are you ready for mine, or you want to go for another?
What about the Bulls?
Oh, Bulls is good.
Bulls.
It's additional protein.
Bulls are good. All right. Show me the Bulls. Well, that was a long time to get to that.
Wow.
Yeah. Bull number 14 on the list. It's popular, but not as popular as the ones up above.
That's not as much bull as I thought it'd be.
Yeah. All right.
Scott, you've got control now.
Let's do the Cardinals. The Cardinals.
Oh, sure, a Cardinal.
Yeah.
All right.
When I was a kid, I thought they were the dudes in charge in the Catholic, the regional managers. But no, I want the bird here.
That's right. The religion's regional managers. Yeah. Perfect. Show me a Cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 6.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
You like that, do you? All right. Let's stay with the birds for a minute, and let's go Blue Jays. Also baseball.
Blue Jays. Sure. All right. Show me the Blue Jay.
Poo-poo.
Number 12 on the list. Just outside of the top 10.
That is very birdist.
That is birdist.
Cardinal, yeah.
Control back over to you, the two of you, Brian and Ian.
Ian, do you have one? I have two local branches.
I was just going to ask if you had anything, Dunaway.
I do. I'm going to say the Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
I like Panthers. What do you think, Egan? Is that okay with you?
Panthers are cool.
Yeah, that could work. That could work.
They're the coolest big cat, man. The big old Black Panther. Oh man,
sure. All right, show me a Panther. Yeah, that's right. Number 5 on the list.
Nice. Yeah, I figured it'd be high, and maybe might get us some points, but not too high. And rob us of the points.
What about the other football big cat, the Jaguars?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, the Jaguars is another too, but yeah, Jaguars are awesome.
Over there in Jacksonville, show me a Jaguar.
Jaguar.
There you go, number 8. And
Look at those points.
Now you've taken the lead. Yep. There it is.
You're ahead by 2.
Now we've got a game.
4 answers still on the board. What you got?
The Hawks.
Oh, Hawks are good.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Hawks. Wait. Who are the Hawks?
What do you think about Falcons?
The Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, why does that sound wrong?
Yeah.
Something's weird in my head on that. But yeah, that's right. That's a team.
Hawk.
All right. Show me Hawks. Hawks number 21.
Okay.
Yeah. What are the Atlanta Hawks?
Are they?
The Atlanta Hawks are basketball.
Basketball. Okay. All right.
Sounds wrong. I don't know why. You're right. But
I know
it
did
sounds
to
wrong.
me too, but it was like, what is that? Yeah.
That's really weird. One. All right. We did.
I know there are other teams, but that's it.
Let's go with. I can only think of birds. Let's stay with birds and go the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons. I guess.
There you go. There's another Atlanta team right there. Yeah. Show me Falcons.
Damn it!
Really?
Number 13 on the list.
Shit. All right.
I'm
always thinking about
That's interesting.
Burbs. Just thinking of burbs.
Yeah. We got I just keep going NFL pro teams. I'm trying because it's almost it's preseason, but I don't know when he asked this question. I'm trying to think what was on people's minds at the time.
Oh, sure. It was recent. It's midsummer, early summer.
Those the Raiders
there's plenty of.
The Raiders are kind of
plenty
animals.
Of Seahawks fans.
Get it? Because they're kind of jerks. They're animals. Nothing. Go ahead. No, never mind. Go ahead.
Seahawks might be good.
I think the Seahawks are good. There's a lot of Seahawks fans. I think it's a good one.
Let's do Seahawks.
Okay. All right. Little Osprey action here. Show me the Seahawks.
Oh my God! Come on.
Seahawk, number 20 on the list. All right, Scott. Here's the deal. Any answer on the board will tie or win the game and take prizes away from Ian. So
unless I run now, if I run the board, he wins though.
Or
right?
run the board, yeah.
I think you should choose. I think you should choose proteins, Scott. I think that's what your answer
choose
is.
proteins.
Just proteins. Yes. Okay. Well, I can
Pick
get a lot of.
proteins.
I can't believe we waited this long to do this one, but we can definitely get
for the
some.
Washington Humans.
I know we can get some protein out of the Broncos. I don't know why we didn't say it before, but the Broncos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show me the Broncos or horses or Colts, all in the same family.
Damn it! I was going to say Colts next. Okay. Did we say Rams? Rams.
All right. Show me them Rams.
Oh, come on!
Rams.
I can't believe we didn't get 2
on the list. Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, 3 of them. It is going to be something
Tigers?
Obvious. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Tigers / Bengal Tigers. Number 2.
Boo.
Yep.
All right.
Number 3. Let's go up to Philly for this one.
4.
The Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yeah,
we said the Eagles.
Philadelphia
even though Scott
Eagles.
was all he was thinking about was birds.
Yeah.
Didn't say Eagle.
Yeah.
And a hockey team going for number 10 here.
Ducks.
From Pittsburgh.
Oh,
the Penguins.
Oh, the Penguins. Oh, we would never have cleared that. We would never have gotten Penguin.
No. I mean, maybe, but no. We didn't, obviously. Because we didn't do it.
Some other ones lower on the list. Raven, of course. Shark, Duck, Buffalo, which is funny because Buffalo Bills, but that's the name of the city, not the name of the team. Raptors, Kraken, great new Seattle team.
Is
Puma.
Kraken an animal?
Yeah,
well,
it's a big.
It's not a vegetable.
It's a huge squid. I mean, it's a squid.
It's a mythological.
But
it's a cryptozoic creature. But
yeah. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it's like
dragon. Dragon is also on the list here. Puma, Oriole,
that would also been wrong.
Timber Wolf, Trash Panda / Raccoon. There is a team called the Trash Pandas. Beavers, Coyotes, Huskies, Wildcats, Wolverines, Banana Slugs, Cougars, Crickets, Devil Rays. Or Rays for short now. Lynx, Magpies.
Who are the Trash Pandas?
Ducks in there?
Yeah, he did
Trash
ducks.
Pandas are... I have to look it up again here.
Because it can't be a professional team, right?
Oh, why not?
Trash Pandas? Because I've never heard of a professional team.
Rocket City Trash Pandas, a minor league baseball team in Los Angeles. Or I'm sorry. A AA affiliate. Alabama. Yeah.
So minor league counts as professional is what we're saying.
Well,
right.
We're saying whatever the Tadpole says is what we're saying. Tadpole sometimes gets it wrong. You know the deal.
Once again,
I do like the people who tried to be all uppity and said, "Oh, here in Europe we don't do that." So I don't know any answers. I really, because I don't know, the Wolverhampton Wolves might argue with you. There's a couple other English Premier League soccer teams or football teams that probably would argue with you.
Yeah, the Worcestershire Monkeys.
Cardiff City Bluebirds probably would have something to say about that.
Sure. The Brentford Bees. Is that true? Is that a real team?
My favorite thing is that technically the Red Bulls counts.
The Red Bulls? Oh,
the Red Bulls?
Yeah.
That's true.
Sure, why not?
Well, I'm impressed with the list, and I think this is a bummer though because it means that these prizes get moved down the list. They get moved down,
yoinked right out of Ian's hands, like something,
like hot butter,
like somebody
like sadness,
like somebody yoinking something out of somebody's hands.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like Washington Commanders.
Yeah, like protein out of a protein.
Out of a protein shake.
There you go. Nailed it. And finally, we got to the right one. Ian, the real pleasure, though, has been ours because having you back on has been great, man. I hope you're doing good and continue to do good. And you know what? There's always a chance in the future you'll call in and win everything. You know that?
That is very true.
Take it all.
Very well.
Never forget. We'll see you soon. Bye now. All right. There he goes. Hey, Dunaway, quick change in plans happened. You and I usually do the Play Retro show on Tuesdays. It got bumped because I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and they could only get me at 3:30. So we had to push it. It is now today at 3:30. And we're still doing the top games that ever hit this Commodore 64. And we're all prepped for it and ready to go. You guys line up, get ready. It's going to be great. I can't wait to talk about this ancient business on the Commodore 64 today with my old pal Brian.
Ancient?
Well, pretty old. It's pretty old. I mean, what are we talking?
How old were you when the Commodore 64 came out? 1983. Go. How old were you?
I was 12, 13, something like that. It's pretty ancient.
I was, I was like 9 or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. It's a long time ago is the point. We're here for it. So anyway, a lot of gamers, someone in the chat just said, ICU says, let's see, C64 is my origin story. I think that's true for a lot of gamers. A lot of people look at that thing as like their beginnings. So be with us today as we discuss it at 3:30 Mountain Time at frogpants.tv and get it on the podcast version if you want it there. Wherever you get your shows, just search for Play Retro. Hey, Dunaway, anything else you'd like to say before I unceremoniously murder this call and kick you off of it?
Yeah. Your film sack is awesome. No, you.
No, bye. That is awesome. We're doing the third transporter this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Aren't you looking forward to that, Brian?
No, because I feel like I've watched it. I've watched 1 and I've watched 2, and you put those together and you get 3. And I run out of intros when it's basically the same movie 3 times.
Yeah. By the math, we have basically. I mean, what have we even done to ourselves? 3 of these things. Exactly. It's pretty weird.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what madness we get with with him on his next adventure.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll get some closure. The story can end. No, not
maybe
true,
finally he'll realize that the deal can be changed.
Yeah, that's true. And then
the deal doesn't always have to be the deal, and he can change the deal.
What is the deal? Tomorrow, the one after that is the 4th one, which has a whole different guy in it and went direct to video, and nobody cares about it. But I hope
the faux porter.
Yeah, the Ford porter. Yeah, and I hope
Ford porter,
the quad porter. We hope we never see that. I don't ever want to see it. I'll just put it out there now.
Actually, you know what? Rainbow Bright's correct. We're watching U.S. Marshals. For this coming weekend.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. So because we haven't watched it yet, we have no idea. So if you're talking about U.S. Marshals or if you're talking about the transporter, we don't care.
Yeah, some of us are sandbagging schedules, so forgive us for our best. All right, here comes this, so we can do this. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by
Pretzel Goldfish. Quit putting your pretzels in the fish tank and just eat Pretzel Goldfish.
Here they are right here. See these?
Oh, okay.
Now, I didn't eat the whole thing, so don't get weird, everybody. There's only a little bit left, but I've had enough of these.
You didn't eat the whole thing. There's still 4. I can hear them in there.
Yeah. I only ate about, I probably ate half of this in the last couple of days. And I'm going to go ahead and just say these are addicting and terrible. Don't eat these, okay? Mm-hmm. Fact, whatever's left in here.
Trying to get back up to a 40, Scott?
No.
Trying to get back up to a 40?
I'm staying at this 36. I want to get to a 32 again. I'm working on it. So I'm throwing this away right now. It's going in the trash. Everybody witness it. Here it goes. No more of those.
Wow. Now you're going to finish the bag? Now you're just wasting food.
Now I'm just wasting
starving
food.
in other parts of the world.
I'm wasting food.
Think of how much those kids would love the nutrition found in a half bag of Pretzel Goldfish.
Yeah, they're just full of them. And really, why waste my time on those when I could have those Old Bay ones? Those are amazing. Those are so
really?
Good.
I haven't had the Old Bay Goldfish.
Yeah, those are dangerous in my vicinity, so keep those away from me, please.
Instead of bringing a bag to your desk, have a little tiny dish that you just fill with whatever snack, peanuts or goldfish or whatever, and have that at your desk.
Well, that sounds way too smart.
Just
and
do
thoughtful.
that.
Yeah, too thoughtful. Too much thinking involved.
Says the guy who's still at a 38 when you're at a 36 heading towards 32.
I don't know when it happened, but suddenly my 40s got baggy, my 38s got baggy, and I just suddenly I was in a 36. So then I went and tried a 32 just for jokes. And it was like that. I put it up on Twitter, but it was like that episode of Seinfeld where he can't get his pants off. So there's that. Not the episode of Friends where Ross has grease all over himself. Not like that.
Yeah, where he has to Crisco himself up to get the leather pants on.
Otherwise known as the best episode of Friends. All right, let's do these stories here. We got a bit of news to cover.
Yeah.
DEF CON hacker. They had DEF CON.
They did over there in Vegas. Yeah. Worst time of the year to go to Las Vegas is during DEF CON because you've got to shut your phone off when you're not using it, turn off any sort of RFID, leave your credit cards in the hotel room.
Yeah, there's a sense that you are never quite free of hackery if you're there right now.
Yeah.
So be careful. Anyway, DEF CON hacker, but this is really what they spent their time on. They showed John Deere tractors running Doom.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I love when devices that have no right to do it play Doom.
Right, exactly. Like, the weirdest things that can run Doom.
Yep. Some people have gotten it on a Roomba. That was a popular video not far back. Some people got it running on a single LED keyboard key. You know those keyboards that are all LEDs, and you get it on a single key.
Remember those were going to be so huge. Those the keyboards. Somebody was coming out with ones that like changed the entire keyboard, not like a Stream Deck, but it was like an entire.
Yeah, you could customize all the keys to be whatever you wanted.
Customize every key, yeah.
I think they're still popular. They're just expensive as shit.
I wanted one of those, but man, they were so expensive.
Yeah, they still are. The OLED ones are really rad, but that's what somebody did. They basically programmed one of those keys to run Doom. It's pretty great. But you can now add John Deere tractors to the list. Security researcher Sick Codes. His name is Sick Codes.
Sick Codes, yeah, nice.
Worked with a Doom modder, Skelligant, to get the game running on a John Deere tractor display and showed off some gameplay at the DEF CON hacking conference in Vegas. This reminds me, just a real quick Doom aside.
Sure.
I noticed John Romero, co-creator of Doom and co-founder of id Software back in the day. He posted something today that got me really excited. I'm going to try this out later. But somebody modded Doom, actual Doom, but modded it so that all the creatures and stuff you shoot and objects in the world are 3D voxels. So imagine little tiny cubes. You could say that Minecraft is voxels. That's true, but they're large,
sure,
right? Voxel games I really get into, like Teardown. There's a few others. They have little bitty boxes that make up everything, and that's what they did. They basically converted Doom into a game like that. And when you blow up like a demon, they explode in these boxes. It's freaking rad. I can't wait to play it later.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, That's out there if you guys want to see it. Anyway, the video posted by Sick Codes. You can see how the game plays as a sort of transparent overlay on top of John Deere, their user interface thing that they got on a lot of their tractors. Sick Code says the whole process took months of involving jailbreaking the Linux system used by the John Deere 4240 tractor. They are famous, by the way, for locking that shit down. John Deere's weird. They don't want people modifying their tractors at all.
Really, I guess you could imagine that they're super protective of it. Sure,
it's a huge. It's for a while there. It was at the center of what do you actually own? Like, you buy an iPad. Should you be able to jailbreak it, mess with it, dork with it? Absolutely, you should. Right. You freaking bought it. It's yours. Yeah. But there have been legal fights up the wazoo regarding John Deere tractors and how much an owner can change. Even if they buy this, let's say $40,000 tractor, they don't really own it. In this software way, it's sure. Anyway. There's still a bunch of stuff about that you can look up. Anyway, let's see here. This version of Doom had naturally been modified to take place in a cornfield where the player mows down enemies on a tractor. That's pretty cool. Except I don't know. You should just start with level 1 and go. Just play Doom. You don't have to make a custom level. We get it. It's on a tractor.
Right? Yeah. Just use regular Doom.
Yeah.
Unless you're putting. There you go, like cows and like he's doing. I guess that's kind of fun. I want to play that. Can I play that one?
Yes. Well, with Doom and the right mod
without
tools.
a John Deere, though. I want to play the cornfield.
Oh, you probably can, I'm sure.
Make that available.
They're just
like
mods.
Reverse engineer it. We've gotten the cornfield Doom working on a Macintosh.
Yeah, they're just custom levels and mods, so yeah, it'd be easy actually. Yeah, you could run it on anything.
I want that.
The real thing here is what they actually did. So this is all a bit of a cover, because again, the controversy about John Deere is they're not letting you hack their stuff, or they're super weird about it. The whole point of this was to show a bunch of vulnerabilities in their system so that they could do something as silly as run Doom on it. So the whole thing here isn't, hey, you can run Doom on a tractor. The whole thing is here, hey, we hacked their thing, and hack
a thing also, that people don't want to have hacked.
Yeah, and then also we're playing Doom on it, which is just, icing on the cake.
It could just as easily be Snake or
pretty crazy.
Or Candy Crush or something like that.
Vegans or a vegan traveler. Vegan Traveler is a great album.
Can you run Doom on a vegan?
Oh, man. I sure like to try. Vegan Traveler does sound like a band or an album, doesn't it? A little bit.
Oh, it totally does. Vegan Traveler. It's like Blues Traveler.
Yeah, but with vegans.
A very skinny harmonica playing lead singer.
Actually, that Papa guy is all skinny now. Maybe he is a
John
vegan
Popper.
traveler.
Yeah, has he maintained it? I haven't looked at John Popper recently, but
I don't know. I hope so. He looked like he reminded me of Penn from Penn and Teller for a while there, where it was like Penn was big and then he was really thin.
Yeah,
and they kind of look the same. And
John Popper's still skinny and showed up at the 64th annual Grammy Awards looking like this.
Ooh.
In our Discord, you will find a photo of a completely unrecognizable John Popper as the good. Six Flags dancing grandpa.
Yeah. I remember my first visual of him was not a music video, but was the
Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin.
Yeah,
that's when I saw him for the first time, and he was a roly-poly then.
He was a roly-poly then. He was a roly-poly Amish dude.
Yep. Man, Kingpin's so good. What a movie.
You know what it is? It's one of those like forgotten Farrelly Brothers things because something about Mary was so huge and but I think Kingpin.
I think it's the best Farrelly Brothers movie. Like they're all fine.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's not one I like better. I like that one the best. I can't think of another one. Like I like Dumb and Dumber. I like freaking the one with two halves.
Yeah.
Matt Damon / what's his name? It's fine.
Stuck on You or what was it?
It was all right. It wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
But
Shallow Hal, Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, Osmosis Jones is great. Love that movie. But
why is Green Book listed when I Google Farrelly Brothers movies? Green Book is not a Farrelly Brothers movie.
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
Brothers movie. Green Book.
I think that is a mistake.
I don't think that's correct at all. Yeah. Wait, did he do? Oh, Fever Pitch was them? No way. That was the it was the
Jimmy
one based
Fallon
on the
Nick Hornsby novel.
Yeah, the Drew Barrymore, Jamie Fallon.
Hall Pass. No, Peter Farrelly was the director of Green Book.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
That was like a big Oscar-y deal.
It was, yeah. I guess that's when you have the two of them together, you get the zaniness. It's Bobby and Peter together that
absolutely wild.
That is
crazy?
Wild. From the director of Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin. Here's a movie about racial treatment in the 1950s.
That is absolutely wild. He's got a new movie this year called The Greatest Beer Run Ever with Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, and Bill Murray.
Okay.
I don't know if Bill Murray, is comedy.
Amazing in Kingpin, by the way.
So I think Peter Farrelly.
Yeah, I need to watch Kingpin again. You know what? I think I might be coming around that is because I'm looking at the list. Dumb and Dumber's great. There's something about Mary's great, but there's something about Kingpin that. Oh
yeah, Kingpin rules, dude.
And it's more than just Vanessa Angel, but it's the fact that Randy Quaid gets to be his Quaidiest.
Oh, he's at maximum Quaid.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we need to watch Kingpin for a couch party.
I think
it's
that.
too tough to do it for Film Sack, but a couch party Kingpin might be.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Let's do it. I just found some trivia about that the other day. I don't remember where I saw it, but there was a scene where Bill Murray inexplicably gets 3 strikes in a row.
Oh, really?
In the bowling, yeah. And he did that in... it happened in real time, like by accident.
He turkeyed?
Yeah.
Nice.
And the crowd they had in there for the extras... their exuberance and clapping was real. Like they were like, "Whoa, no way!" Did it 3rd time. Like that was a cool thing to see. That's a great
movie. It is
movie.
Streaming currently on Prime Video. We could totally do Kingpin for
couch party. Let's do it.
Couch party this week.
Lock it in.
It's locked. Consider it locked.
Is it locked? All right.
An hour and 54 minutes of single-handed Woody Harrelsons and freezer burned Vanessa Angels and Randy Quaid milking horses in the wrong way.
Yeah, on the penis milk or whatever.
And a woman in a rearview mirror going.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I always thought it was Cloris Leachman. It's not, but it always reminded me of her.
It definitely is not.
No. It's a lot like her, though. Anyway, a vegan traveler says Air Canada served her a water bottle, napkin as a meal. Or a water bottle and a napkin as a meal. There was the story I was never getting to.
You took a lot of time to get to it.
Yeah,
really? All right.
I did.
Here's your meal.
Yep. Water. Here's some water, and here's a napkin.
Canada! You're vegan? Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Pretty much that's how it went. It says here, Canadian traveler that was coming from Frankfurt, Germany, home of the Frankfurter. I don't know if that's true. To Toronto, home of the Jays. With Air Canada says other passengers on the flight were handed their hot meals. She just sat there with a bottle of water, and her vegan meal never arrived. Miriam Porter, also known as on TikTok as the Kind Traveler, posted a video last month on her 10-hour flight showing the meal, quote-unquote meal she was offered, a small bottle of water and a napkin. As of Tuesday, the video had garnered over 133,000 likes on TikTok, which is probably a few million views. Porter told the Daily Hive that because her flight had been delayed several times, she ordered and confirmed her vegan meal 3 times. However, the meal did not arrive. The vegan meals did not make the flight, I was told, and there was nothing they could do. Porter reached out to several flight attendants, until one attendant was able to bring her an apple and a banana and a dinner roll and a granola bar from business class. I was very grateful.
Our question on the dinner roll. Are dinner rolls usually made with eggs?
Good question.
Bread, I feel like a dinner roll's not going to be vegan.
No. Plus, aren't bananas made of apes? Just kidding. That's not true. Yeah, I don't think that roll counts.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
A granola bar, I'd even say, probably.
Oh, does yeast not count because it's living? Yeast is a live culture type thing?
Oh, it is, right. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Claire, vegans can't do the yeast?
Huh. Is Claire currently a vegan?
Claire is currently a vegan.
Don't they strain all gin through animal guts? Isn't that how they get gin? I don't know how you all do it.
If sick, I can eat bread.
I can eat bread. It's okay to eat it. I mean, you guys, look, you've all got your limits and your let goes and stuff. I get it. It's fine. I don't police anybody about what they eat ever. So if a vegan says they're vegan, I don't go, what about the bread roll?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I don't care.
I let them choose whatever they're eating. Exactly.
Yeah, eat what you freaking want. I should only scrutinize what I eat, which is half a bag of pretzel goldfish. So, there's that. All right. Final story. It's a quick one.
Okay.
Squirrels are splooting all over New York City.
So funny this came up. We were just talking about this last weekend at the meetup, the cider meetup.
Yeah. Well, this is what they're doing. If you see a squirrel lying down, don't worry. It's just fine. On hot days, squirrels keep cool by splooting or stretching out. And for those at home who are going, where did they ejaculate all over the city? That's not what this is.
That's splooging.
That's
Come
splooging.
On now.
Get your G's.
The squirrel splooge is a whole different thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's specifically the kind of lying down where they're on their stomachs with their legs splayed out behind them.
Yeah, when they kind of look dead. Cats sometimes do this. I've seen dogs do this.
Daisy does this it used to do this all the time.
Yeah.
And it's adorable.
Yeah, our new little rat dog, Moira, she does this. If it's really hot, she'll do it on like cold tile. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's many mammals do it.
Yeah,
but this one is mine. Anyway,
and they're doing it all over Scott's couch.
They're doing it all over my couch cushions with their wieners out, and freaking hate that. Many mammals have less fur on their bellies compared to the rest of their body, so on hot days, the animal will lie flat on their stomach against cooler surfaces such as rocks or cooler ground to shed some of the heat and keep cool. And right now, more than ever, because we're having heat waves. So. You know what is good though? So there was a bunch of monsoon weather in Nevada, and that ended up adding a bunch of water back to Lake Mead. So that was a good sign.
Oh, did it finally cover up some of those bodies?
Well, right before it did, right before they got dumped on, they found another body.
I keep waiting for DB Cooper to float up. Can we have any sign of DB Cooper?
No kidding. It'd have to be. He's got to be somewhere around this area, like in the West somewhere, right?
Somewhere, yeah.
I mean, there's a whole documentary on Netflix that just dropped. I kind of want to see it.
So, really? Yeah. About DB Cooper?
Yeah, supposedly somewhat definitive as to who the dude is and where he's at now, and he's still alive, sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's what they say.
Sleeping on a bed of money.
Yeah, a bed of money at the bottom of Lake Mead. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. Missed him last week, so it'll be great to catch up on what's going on with the Tom Merritt. A little tech time with him. And then after that, Recommendals with our two pals, Nicole and Randy. That's all coming up after this break that Brian has to separate by creating a song for us. So what do you got?
Yeah, let's. This is a really good song. It's a little bit of a sad song when you listen to the lyrics, but it's really cleverly written and presented. This is by Donovan Woods and Natalie Taylor. The song is called "Hang On to Me," and it chronicles the breakdown of a relationship. And it's, usually you've got the songs that are post breakup, right? This is like it's happening. Anyway, the song's called Hold On To Me. Brand new single from Canadian singer-songwriter Donovan Woods and American singer-songwriter Natalie Taylor. That's the problem. It's the border. Yeah. That's what broke these two up.
Sure.
Let's get to it right now. The brand new single, Natalie Taylor, Donovan Woods.
I think we should start seeing other people.
Le faites ya.
The Morning Stream. Always check your candy.
All right, we've returned. Please tell me again who that was.
Sure, that is Natalie Taylor and Donovan Woods. The song is called Hang On To Me, and it's brand new.
Nice. I like brand new things.
Nice.
Big fan, maybe when they're brand new.
I like exactly when they have that brand new song smell. It's the best.
Oh,
You try and get the sprays that simulate the brand new song smell, but yeah,
it's hard to replicate. Yeah, I feel
hard to replicate. Yeah,
it's like that new car smell. Just can't get it until the car's new. All right, check this out, y'all. Right here.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man is Tom Merritt, and even though we missed him last week, I feel like today is our day to just get caught up, just feel that feeling again, right?
It's that new tech pundit smell.
That new tech pundit smell. What does that smell like, Tom? Give me an idea. Like
a little bit like plastic. A little bit like styrofoam.
Yeah, burning thermal grease, that sort of thing.
Burning, probably a little burning.
Probably a little of that. Just a hint, a hint of burning thermal grease.
Bouquet of burning thermal grease.
I won't tell you what we called that when I worked for a company. Anyway, hey, it's good to have you back. We hope that my understanding is that Experiment Week went really well, by the way.
Yes, it did. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, when you tried to ring me last week, if I hadn't been about to order an English muffin, I probably would have picked up. But I felt that might have been rude.
It might have been rude.
Did you specifically request the nooks and crannies, or were those provided automatically for you?
They're provided. Yeah, they're thrown in.
Nice.
You don't even have to ask. This was at an English muffin place that apparently Oprah recommends.
So. Well then, by all means,
you get an English muffin, and you get an English muffin.
Yeah, I had to pay for it though.
Dang it!
You know what? I don't know if I've ever had a proper English muffin anywhere other than McDonald's. Like, I don't think I've ever done that. So now,
outside of just buying one at the grocery store and bringing it home.
Yeah, outside of like grocery ones and making it. But like, I'm sure there's probably some pretty good stuff out there. I've just never looked.
It was
around.
a great bakery, and the English muffin was very good. I found their bread to be even better.
Better bread.
Oprah loves bread.
Well, as a result, though, Tom was away, and they had this fantastic week.
Experiment Week was fantastic. Thanks to everybody who tried out shows. If you haven't gone and listened, go back and listen to last week's episodes of Daily Tech News Show for a veritable banquet of different types of show ideas. We did this last August, and it ended up launching the Tech John and Barbecue and Tech. And so this year, Charlotte Henry gave it a go. Nicole Lee, Willie Scott, Brian Hoffman, and Rob Dunwood and Rod Simmons even jumped in and covered the Samsung announcement, which Samsung rudely scheduled right in the middle of our Experiment Week.
Oops, they do that, don't they? I hate that about them. Yeah.
Didn't love that, but yeah. So go check that out at dailytechnewsshow.com if you haven't. There's some great stuff in there.
Awesome. Well, as a result, you're back this week with all new stories and all that stuff. Tell us what you're gathering today, so we know what to look forward to.
So we've talked about the chip shortage a lot, right?
Certainly have, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, where do you think most of you heard about that first? Probably us, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
We've been covering it since early in 2020, talking about, hey, there seems to be a little chip shortage. Well, let me introduce you to the chip glut.
Uh-oh. I knew this was coming.
It's gone the other way.
It hasn't
chips
yet.
Coming out of my ears.
Hasn't yet, but the signs are starting to point that way. There's a bunch of stuff happening along the lines of this. A guy named King wrote up a good story for this for Reuters, or I'm sorry, for Bloomberg. Apologies, Mr. King. NVIDIA reported more than 40% decline in its core business. Micron warned of falling demand. China's government data for its semiconductor industry, which, let's face it, powers most of the world's semiconductor production, 17% decline in output in July. More along those lines. And another signal, this was in Reuters, they pointed out that Google, Microsoft, and Amazon all pointed to slower growth in data centers, in cloud computing. If that trend continues, that could slow the build out of data centers, and data centers are a huge buyer of chips. So we are headed to what some of the industry analysts call an inventory mess. That's not the industry term, but the buildup of inventory is happening, and companies are starting to wonder if maybe they over-invested in building up inventory to try to meet this chip shortage, right as inflation and possible recession and all of that starts to slow down demand.
Yeah, didn't we sort of... it is supply and demand illustrated in real time, right? Like now we're caught up, or we're getting caught up, and maybe they over forecasted for what the catch-up means, and now we're just going to experience that for a while. It'll be really cheaper, much cheaper for people to get.
It'll be good for us for a while, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in some ways,
the way this usually works, because chip supply lines aren't particularly reactive. Every once in a while, there isn't what they call an inventory correction. This last happened in 2019 when production got a little bit ahead of demand, because it's not a precise science. And what usually happens is prices fall and the customers go, "Ooh, cheap RAM! I'm going to build a PC, or I'm going to buy a new computer because the prices went down." And then that boosts demand back up, and like you say, supply and demand rectifies it. The question is, in the current economic climate, if those same factors are going to play as well.
Oh, interesting. So. If somebody in the chat suggested that this could create an outdated chip problem. Like, in other words, because there's a glut, now you're stuck with a bunch of inventory that will soon be obsoleted by the next generation of whatever will replace them. But I feel like
it's not usually that big of a glut.
Yeah, and I also feel like if it's going to happen, that's happening now is better than, say, 10 years ago when you had such exponential change happening. Every generation of chips and stuff were just like, whoa, way better than last year's. I feel like we're kind of like at the top of a curve a little bit. I mean, we'll never be fully there, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not as bad. You'll be able to sell that stuff.
That's not how it works either, right?
Oh, good.
I don't know that there has ever been a situation where companies were like, we lost a lot of money because these chips were too outdated to be used anywhere. If you recall, the problem with automakers was that they couldn't get the older chips made in large enough numbers because they use these outdated. They're not outdated, but they're older. They're older generation chips in things like display units and stuff like that. So there's always a way to sell those chips. I wouldn't worry that these it's not like apples. They're going to go bad. It's more of a fact that they're going to have to reduce the prices in order to move them.
Do you think anyone will hear chip shortage and rush to the grocery store and buy all the Lays they can get their hands on? Think that'll happen ever?
Yeah. I hope they do.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Probably.
Why do you hope they do?
I don't know. Brian. Yeah. Why do you hope they do? Why do you hope they go?
Because it'll be fun to laugh at them.
Oh,
entertainment value.
That's a good point. I thought you were going to say because it's
I have an evil mind.
I thought you were going to say because they wouldn't be there, and then you wouldn't be tempted by them, because that's why I need that in my life.
No, because I have stock in Frito-Lay.
I had to disclose. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
You got it out of me. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no worries. Those shares.
Yeah, I was like,
because
then the price of Lay's potato chips goes up, and my chili limon will cost more. I don't know.
Oh yeah. You're a chili limon guy, are you?
Chili limon.
That's salt and vinegar for me. It may kill me one day, but I sure love those.
That'll preserve you.
Yeah, that's what it'll do. That's my new excuse.
Scott, he's full of salt and vinegar.
That's right.
I've always said so.
Well, today we'll talk about this and other stories, of course, full of tech news on the Daily Tech News Show. I'll be on there because it's Wednesday, and I'm excited to be back. Anything else you want to talk about or promote?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, Experiment Week at dailytechnewsshow.com. Go check that out. And as I've been telling you, took a week off from the old Substack, but it's back. Just published a story on the Substack about channel stores and how that's kind of the next big wave for cord cutting services. And I will have a chip shortage story going up shortly after I finish talking to you. So check that out at techtom.substack.com. like Tech Time, but Tech Tom.
There you go. Go check it out. It's Tom Merritt, everybody. And if you want to follow him on Twitter, he's a good follow. Ace Detect. Go check it out. Tom, have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
See you, Tom. He's a good follow.
He's a good follow. Yeah. He's a reasonable man on a reasonable platform saying reasonable things.
With reasonable ideas and reasonable thoughts.
Yeah. All those things. Very reasonable. Unlike our next guests, who are very unreasonable.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah. They're pretty reasonable, I guess.
Are they, though?
Yeah, they're okay.
Are they?
They're all right. Doodle-doodle-doo. Hey, look what it is. Time for Recommendals, where we scour the world for cool stuff to watch on streaming services, and then we all sit around and make our recommendations. Joining us, Randy Jordan and Nicole Spagnola. Hello, you two.
Good morning stream.
Good morning, Randy. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
Hey,
no more somewhat subdued Randy intro. That's
very quiet.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to like shock Nicole.
Oh, good, yes.
I don't want to
Just waking up. Give me my coffee.
Yeah, give me all that jazz.
2 cups.
Hey, Nicole, no more flooding, right? You're good. You're okay over there. All's good.
So far. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that we're having a no hurricane season because of like weather in northern Africa? Yeah. So like the country is like, okay, we'll just have flooding everywhere.
Yeah.
Flooding in Phoenix and everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have rivers in Phoenix. Freaking the stuff that happened, I think
Dogs
it was just
and cats living together.
Rivers in Phoenix.
The rivers. Oh, nicely done, Brian. Good catch.
Yeah, thank you.
Over there in Vegas, they had the weirdest freaking river thing.
Monsoon there,
and they had right under where we were all standing underneath the high roller was just a river the other day.
He was with the trash and stuff floating in it. Oh, I don't even want to know what else was floating in it.
It was gross, man. The great
it was really gross
douching of Vegas happened right before our eyes. Yes, Nicole.
Speaking of River Phoenix, I saw a tweet go out showing Stand By Me's anniversary.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How many years? 30 years probably or something?
35?
35?
I can't. It's an anniversary.
Yeah.
That movie holds the hell up.
So we get another round of Will Wheaton talking about his memories, his memoirs.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it was just
we actually used real leeches.
Wait, was that? Oh, that is the Leech movie. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Yeah. No, that's the Leech movie.
Yeah. What's the one where they all barf on a ride? Is that?
That's they have the pumpkin or the blueberry pie eating contest is told as a flashback.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the baseball one. Little kids.
Sandlot.
Sandlot. They all don't. Doesn't the Sandlot? They all get on. They all get on a ride and then barf after. All right, now I got it worked out.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So good. Happy birthday to that movie. That still holds up. It's a great movie, and you should all watch it. All right. Let's get to. Oh, did you guys know? I'm sorry. Just speaking of that, not Keanu Reeves. Kiefer Sutherland is in that, right? He plays the bully.
Yep. Kiefer Sutherland. Yes.
I didn't know he had a twin sister. Do you guys know that?
No.
I saw it the other day. I was like, "What? He has a twin, and she looks like him.
Twin sister.
And like him in a wig. I wish he looked like her in a wig, but it's the other way around. It's really crazy. I thought it was a joke at first, and I looked it up. No, sure enough, that's her. Anyway. Her name's
now everybody is looking. Oh, she does.
Yeah. Really
Why did she get a normal name? Like she should have had a name like Speakler or something. You know what I mean?
Wow. Like she can both smile and frown at the same. She looks like one of those comedy drama mask pairs.
Yeah, except it's the same face somehow at the same exact freaking time.
It is. Yeah.
How do you look at twin babies and say, we're going to name one of you a name that everyone will have ever heard before, and say to the other one, you're Kiefer, you're unique.
What's her name?
World.
What's her name?
Yeah, I'm trying to find her name because all I can find is
Rachel. It's just Rachel.
Okay.
You're not wrong. That's very odd. All right.
Yeah, but his half brothers are Rogue, Rossif, and Angus.
Yeah.
So she just lucked out, basically. Rachel. Cool.
Yeah. Well, she seems very nice.
Oh, and they have a bunch of half brothers. So Donald getting it spread around.
Oh yeah, he puts
he finds a woman he likes and he goes, It's a visual, just for the visual listeners. But
for those who weren't looking, you could see it in your mind's eye.
Yes.
You could see
Google Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and you'll see how Donald Sutherland picks his brides.
I thought you were going to say David Lee Roth for some reason. All right, moving on. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. We're going to do these a little bit out of order. I like to do that on this stuff. So here's our order today. We're going to go Brian. We always start with Brian. And then after that, I can't find it. There it is. We're going to do Nicole, then me, then Randy. So Brian, you start us off. Here's your clip.
Okay.
Any setup here?
I'm going to set it up. Yeah. You're about to hear two ad men, Sam and Tim, who are pitching a guy who's had his billboards defaced all around town. And they're trying to pitch him to work with them.
All right, here we go.
I hate to waste your time, but I'm really not looking to do more advertising right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I hear that.
Okay, that gives me a certain amount of relief. Thank you.
Jack, you're known all over town as the guy with a dick in his mouth.
Whoa.
Well, it's not just dicks.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I've seen boobs.
Yes.
I've seen poop.
I have too.
I've seen a butt pooping boobs.
Yep.
I've seen Andre the Giant.
I've seen that. Don't get it, but I've seen it.
And let's not forget about the speech bubbles.
Yep.
You know, I'm hungry for turds.
That's right by my church.
I'm thirsty for dongs. Feed me wieners.
Do you think it's just one guy?
No, Jack.
But we at Cramblin Duvet can put an end to all that nonsense by rebranding you in a television commercial.
To be honest, the billboards don't really bother me, okay? I think they're kind of funny, you know what I mean? Young man, I know what you're doing. You're busted. Yeah, that's great. You're using forced perspective to make it look like I'm filleting that breadstick. Grow up. Grow up. Oh, and there we go. Dinner roll balls. Dinner roll balls. Really original. You know what? I am tired of this. Sign me up. Let's do this. All right.
I have no idea.
Killing me with this.
What is this?
We were talking a couple of weeks ago about palate cleanser TV shows, right? Where you just get done watching an episode of Better Call Saul. You need something, some comedy, something to kind of lighten things up. This is a TV show called Detroiters. And
by the way,
Chris
nothing
Brown.
says clear your palate after talking about eating a turd than a show.
Or dinner roll balls. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a comedy that was originally on Comedy Central. You can find it now on Paramount Plus. 2 seasons, and it stars Sam Richardson, who you remember from Veep, and he was also in that After Party show. Super, super funny. And then Tim Robinson, who's recently kind of become a big thing with a sketch comedy show on Netflix. You see this guy and immediately you kind of like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. He's got a very recognizable look to him. This was recommended by a friend of mine, the real Chris Brown, who suggested this, and I'm glad he did, because it's kind of like Mad Men, but with two kind of inept pitchmen, ad men who are somehow able to make things work. The other voice you're hearing in that clip, by the way, was indeed Keegan-Michael Key. A lot of great guest stars on this show: Kevin Nash, Chris Redd, Cecily Strong, Michael Che from SNL, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Tim Meadows, another SNLer. It is really, really funny, and it is a great palate cleanser for watching something heavy. A nice little 30 minutes of this or a couple episodes will make you forget all about all those horrible, horrible things you saw on that AMC TV show that ended this last Monday.
Well, I wouldn't call that a spoiler, but interesting.
No, it's not. It's not, because I'm not saying anything either way.
Things break bad, maybe. I still haven't seen it.
Detroiters. Any questions?
Detroiters. Yes. Is it, how old is this? Did you say?
It's 2017 and ran for 2 seasons. So fairly recent. And I had never heard of it until CB recommended it to me. And I'm surprised, because it's produced, as you might guess, by Lorne Michaels, having all those SNLers in there. Jason Sudeikis is another co-producer on this thing. And, I guess it just wasn't, didn't get great critical or didn't get attention while it was out, but it's gotten 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, average rating of 7 out of 10, Metacritic 75 out of 100. So it's, it's popular. It's received well now, but it just didn't get any attention.
And I realize in our time of content glut, it's actually easy to miss these things. But
it really is.
I'd never heard of this. I thought I'd at least
kind of
never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Sounds good though.
But
Sam
very,
Richardson
very funny.
Sam Richardson can't buy exposure. That guy is he does these amazing things and nothing. No one knows who he is.
I know. He was so good on Veep. Like, they gave him some of the funniest lines on Veep, and he's just as funny, if not funnier, on this. And again, I'll say it, if you have not checked out The After Party, the little whodunit thing that came out beginning of this year, end of last year, that's got another stellar cast. Tiffany Haddish and not Rufio. What was the Ralphio from Parks and Recreation? The brother.
Oh my God,
John
Ralphio.
John Ralphio.
He's the voice of Sonic. I can't think of his name.
That guy. Anyway,
that guy.
He's also in that. So After Party, I'm giving another recommendal to After Party. If you still haven't watched it, watch that. But also watch Detroiters.
Ben Schwartz.
Is Detroiters like little stories? Is it vignettes? Is this like
no? It's not like story. Like every episode is its own story.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not really a through line that you have to follow. So you can pick up and watch an episode here, an episode there, and not feel like, oh yeah, what's the deal with the cigarette smoking man in the background? Yeah, none of that. It's everything's self-contained.
Yep. Well, sounds good. It is now on my list of things to see. I watched somebody's
Ben
recommendal.
Schwartz, by the way, is the guy I was trying to think of.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz. Who? Nicole, what did you recommend last week? Remind me.
The Lost City.
With Sandra Bullock,
the leeches on Tanning Chatham.
Yeah,
Tanning Chatham. I almost watched that. Kim and I came this close. We ended up watching Brian's recommendal, The Northman, instead.
Oh, very different. Two
very different.
Films.
Yeah. And speaking of like needing a chaser, we almost watched it after because we're like, man, we need to watch something kind of fun after that.
Yeah.
Because I really liked The Northman, but it was like, we don't want to go to bed. But it was so late, we were so tired. We're like, we're not watching the other one. Anyway, that's on the list this week. So thank you for that. And then Randy, I watched yours. What was yours?
Hell if I know.
Oh, geez.
Come on.
The Lake.
No,
that was in the last month. I have recommended The Lake.
Weeks ago.
I don't remember what last week's was for Randy, but I watched it, whatever it was, and I really liked it. But I must not have loved it because
I'm looking it up
last week. I was recommending Lower Decks last week.
Oh, no. That's what it was. I queued that up. I didn't watch. I guess I just watched The Northman.
I almost pressed buttons on all of your recommendals, but then I watched something else.
I could have sworn I watched something that Brandy recommended, but I guess I just watched Brian's. Anyway. All right, Nicole, let's do you second. I got a clip for you here. What's your setup for this?
So I don't know what it is about me being on the show that Ava somehow senses it because she just is like, Mom, can I have Cheetos? Yes, whatever you want. Leave me alone.
Have all the Cheetos you want.
She's upstairs eating Cheetos right now.
Nice.
She knows when she can, when the right time is to hit you up for snacks.
She totally knows. All right, and speaking of Ava, my recommendal comes from Ava. We are in an area that we don't have the best internet here.
Oh,
it's okay.
Okay.
So we started doing this thing where we go to Best Buy and we actually pick out a physical DVD for a movie night. So Mateo picked out Bob's Burgers movie, and this is the movie that Ava picked out for the cover. She picked it solely on the cover.
All right.
And it turned out to be an amazing, wonderful movie. It is streaming, I believe, on HBO right now.
Nice.
I'll double check that.
All right. DVD, HBO, and all of it. So get physical.
I just found it on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix as well.
Oh, is that on Netflix?
Maybe both. Let's play it.
Oh, it's on Amazon.
Oh, Jesus. It's freaking everywhere. All right.
It's everywhere.
Well, here it is. I'm guessing this is animated. I actually know that because I made the clip from the thing you sent me. But
it's anime.
check it out, everybody. Some anime.
Don't you think your mom would want you to be happy?
Suzu!
Come be in the picture with us.
Happy? But how?
Welcome to the world of you. You may not be able to start over in the real world, but you can start over in the world of you.
With its unique body-sharing technology, you was able to draw out a user's hidden strength.
I can finally sing again.
Oh, man. Okay.
Wow.
Before you tell me the name, how many things are in this movie? Is it
quite a few?
Quite a few. Okay.
It's teenage girls, and so this movie is called Belle, Belle. And it is a anime movie about a young girl that watches. You learn this early on. She watches her mother die, and she loses her singing voice. She doesn't sing, and then now she's like a teenager, and you're following her through her kind of mundane life. And one of her friends, and she's really depressed and she's struggling a lot. And a friend of hers introduces her to this online world called You. And the difference between this virtual world and kind of what we know is it actually lines up. You don't pick your avatar, it picks it for you. Mm-hmm. And this world is limitless, and you can be anything you want. And so you follow her journey through this world as she finds her voice. There is some singing, beautiful singing. It fits really well into the movie. And Ava and Mateo both loved it. I loved it. It's wonderful. I won't tell you anymore, but there's a whole...
I don't know why I haven't heard of this. It looks very Studio Ghibli sort of. What's his name?
Yeah.
Miyazaki.
It came out
kinda?
last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it in that vein, kind of Miyazaki vein of I don't know, some anime?
I am not an anime connoisseur, so I have nothing really to compare it to. I am coming in very I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Very cold. Coming in cold.
Coming in cold.
There you go.
Coming in cold.
Yeah.
Don't know. I don't know much about anime, but I loved this. And there is another movie called Belle, but it's not that one. That's a live action one.
The guy here is Mamoru Hosoda. Hosoda? Sorry, Mamoru Hosoda.
That's our director in this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fairly young among anime directors.
From what I understand, he's done his past movie. He's very interested in the virtual world. Like his past movies are everything to do with the virtual world. And this is
one of those. Okay.
His latest, but I love the journey. Like even like if you can watch this on a big screen, because when you go into this virtual world, the contrast between her real life, it's very flat, but when you actually go into the world, it's beautiful. It's so well done. It was a really awesome movie.
Sounds charming and nice, and it maybe Ava's got a real talent for picking random stuff that's awesome.
She's really good at picking the cover.
Yeah.
Because the girl, she has pink hair. She's like, ooh, pink, pretty. Yes, let's watch
That's true.
this.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. She definitely has pink hair.
And confirmed HBO Max is where you want to watch it if you're in the US. Netflix is another region, and Amazon will send you to something else to subscribe.
Oh, it's one of those sub Amazon things.
Yeah.
Those are confusing sometimes.
I also found it on Apple TV for $5. I don't know what you spent on the DVD, but
I spent like $22 on it.
Oh, geez. Yeah, apparently the digital. Well, then you'd spend 2 weeks downloading
exactly.
it.
If you don't have a strong internet connection, then this is exactly the way to do it.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about like your internet connection. Does that make HBO Max kind of rough, or is it just impossible?
Well, it'd be like anything.
We can watch it. It's just down-resed. Like it looks like duty all the time.
Looks like duty.
Looks like duty.
I like that phrase. All right.
So if you want to watch this, honestly, this movie is meant for high definition. Like it's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
Have you guys watched the new season of Bluey yet? Have you done that?
Oh,
it's so good.
Ava woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning and says, it's Bluey Day. And then proceeded to just binge watch the last. The funny thing is she had already seen it because on YouTube, they have figured out a way to show it without getting caught. They have like this guy, it's a picture in picture. So you have Bluey in the top left-hand corner. Yeah. And then you got a guy in the corner, like doing something. I don't know. He's like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Mystery Science Theater. Like he's claiming that it's a review kind of thing.
Yeah, but he's not even talking, right? It's just the Bluey.
No, he's just kind of moving his arms and like being active. And that's how she watched the level 3 before it came out.
This is what they've been doing with a lot of stuff. Like it's ways to get around the algorithm because it's the computers that detect whether or not you're breaking copyrights. So sometimes they'll blow it up too big, or they'll make it really small, or they'll speed it up by like 2 times, or they'll make the audio warbly or whatever, and they'll get away with it for a little while, and then they'll swoop in and kill it. But that's hilarious.
Another trend that I absolutely hate is people taking popular TikTok videos and doing a side-by-side and just laughing. They're just laughing next to it. I'm like,
there's
reaction videos.
Been a lot of people.
Hard.
There's been a lot of people on my Facebook feed complaining about React videos, and I get it. Like, there's bad React videos, but there are some people who do such good React videos. You know?
Sure,
There's always good ones. That makes sense. I've
just the ones that look like they're staged. I can't even make it through 5 seconds of them.
You're right to flip past those as fast as you can. They're not good.
I follow this guy named Taco on TikTok. Who I think is Taco Reacts is the channel.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, his reactions are so amazing.
Really?
Like, and for a lot of it, you would have never seen the original. Like, there's just no way you would have ever seen this original thing that he went and found for you.
Oh, here he is. Taco Reacts. Oh, I've seen this guy before. Okay. All right. I have to. I've never followed him, but he's got 1.3 million followers. Can't be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. So there's my recommendal for this week, Scott, and it's on TikTok.
Nice. Streaming now.
Hey,
even if you have bad internet.
Switch over.
Yeah.
I tweeted about this on my Twitter account, but I know it's starting school season.
Yeah.
Like kids are starting school. I hate that I have to do this, or we have to do this, but if you are looking to support your local school, directly impact the lives of kids and teachers by looking for wish lists for teachers.
Cool. Like things they need for their classrooms and stuff.
What about I thought I heard all this stuff got shut down. Well, maybe it was just in Florida.
No.
Florida, there's some weird thing where it got shut down or something.
No. In fact, we have a tadpooler who is in my school district. She works at the high school. She's teaches journalism. Her name's Sarah. And I found her wish list and I sent her some stuff. But you can go on Facebook and look for like adopt a teacher and your county, and you can these teachers, they come in, especially first year teachers, they have nothing, and the school doesn't really provide much. And so over the years, they have adopted these Amazon wish lists for their classrooms. So you can buy, like, for her, she needed some like USB discs, and she needed a couple of covers for the cameras, and a game or a book or whatever, like the littlest stuff. And I know we have some teachers in the tadpole too that have put their Amazon wish lists up. It seems like, really, we have to do that? Yes, we have to do that to help these teachers. So I just wanted to use my little time to say shout out to all the teachers out there, and make an Amazon wish list if you haven't already.
Yeah, and somebody out there can clear up where I'm at with the Florida, because apparently the Florida thing, they're like firing teachers who do this. Like it's
God, really?
Yeah, it's effed up. They're not even doing like book what do they call that when they have the book not mobile
book drives.
Book drives. They're not even doing. They're not letting them do that or something. Some weird new thing.
Like, either support the teachers or let them figure out a way to get support themselves, but you can't do neither.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know our PTA managed it for our teachers in Colorado. The teachers seem to do it themselves here. And there are always places on Facebook that kind of bring it all together. Every area is different. So, but it's a one way to directly impact very quickly students and teachers.
Yeah, like feet on the ground tomorrow, it will help me tomorrow kind of stuff.
Yes, it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, it's really good.
We have first day of 7th grade tomorrow.
Fun.
Do you?
And, it's going to be the first year where he's, has more than just one teacher for everything.
Oh.
And
high, baby.
It's, I've just got
to.
because also it's the first time that we're just going to put him on a bus right outside and see what happens. No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's
it's
intense. I hated 7th grade.
I guess we'll meet the teachers in our email inboxes.
Oh yeah, sure you will. Yeah, 7th grade sucked, so good luck to him.
Yep.
And, he's got good parents, so he'll be okay. But man, 7th grade sucks. All right.
Yeah. Shout out to all the teachers.
Yes, all the teachers, all the teacher ladies. All right, here's my clip. I will just say this is a horror movie. Horror. And so we're following the very sweet anime tale that Nicole did with a horror movie. This is currently on. Oh, shoot. Did I do Peacock or Paramount? Well, we'll find out in a second. But here it is. I'll play it.
I love his voice.
It's new.
What?
The flyer. Mr. Yamada's putting them up again. You don't think they're going to find them, do you?
Not how they want to. Come on, let's go. We're going to be late.
Okay, Peacock is where it is. The movie is called, those are two amazing kid actors in a movie called The Black Phone, which hit theaters not very long ago and almost immediately ended up on Peacock. I think it's their premium tier. I'm not sure you can get it any other way. Anyway, it's called The Black Phone, and it will immediately, to anybody who watches it, feel like a Stephen King book or movie. It's very Kingy, very Kingiverse, kids getting out of trouble, kind of It style. And so you won't be surprised about who wrote it. It was written by Joe Hill, the son of Stephen King, who based this. This is all based on a short story he wrote called The Black Phone in a collection he wrote years ago. And it focuses on that one segment. This features a bunch of great actors, including Ethan Hawke as the bad guy. He plays this weird dude in the mask. This is set in the 1970s.
That's the thing
way.
I'd seen. Like when you said the name, I didn't recognize it, but as soon as I pulled up the artwork, it's like, oh yeah, this thing.
That
okay,
thing.
Cool.
And Ethan Hawke is legitimately freaky in this. These two little kids, Mason Thames or Thames, I'm not sure, or Thames, I'm not sure how you say his name because it looks like the river in the UK. Anyway, Madeline McGraw is this little girl, plays his sister. She's freaking incredible. She blew my mind. She's got a whole career waiting for her. I hope she navigates it well. And then Jeremy Davies, you guys know him from what was his name on Justified? The younger son with the limp.
Yeah, it was on Lost too.
Lost. He was Faraday. Daniel Faraday. Yeah. He's a great actor. He was
a Crowder. He was one of the Crowders, but not Dewey.
Not Dewey. The younger. No, not a Crowder. He was
he wasn't a Crowder. Ancillary Crowder.
No, he was Madge's son, one of the sons in the second season. I can't think of his name.
Right.
Ricky, Dicky. Anyway, he's an amazing actor.
Davies.
He's great in everything, and worth watching here. He's got a smaller role, but he's really good. Anyway, the movie is great. I really enjoyed it. It's a really fresh, interesting take on a horror movie where the kids are the protagonists. And even though it is legit freaky and involves themes that are a little hard to take sometimes, like, the abduction of children and, where did they end up and how, when they got lost, what happened to them. It's all set in the 70s, which makes it so much freaking worse.
Yeah, it totally does. Gives you that, the 70s stuff like that gives you such an uneasy feeling.
Oh, I agree. It's like wood paneling and dark basements and just everything looks like, everyone looks like they're getting abducted all the time in the 70s. I don't know what the deal is. But it's very, very good. Directed by Scott Deckerson. I don't know what his next thing will be, but the screenplay is by Robert Cargill. We know him as a dude who's somewhat related to our extended community. Does some stuff with Diamond Club here and there, but he's also the co-writer of the screenplay for the first Doctor Strange movie. So he's got some interesting background in terms of his writing. Anyway, I really liked it. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for something that's sort of like it, but maybe not as convoluted or as long or having to have two parts or whatever, this will probably do it for you. And keep your eye on these two kids, this Mason kid and this Madeline girl. My gosh, they're good. They're so good. Anyway, I liked it a lot. It's The Black Phone.
Just to answer your question that you just asked out loud, Scott Derrickson is working on a movie called Retrograde.
Oh,
he's executive producing.
We watched that for film.
I was going to say.
I know. He's executive producing a film called Retrograde, and it's written and directed by someone named Maggie Levin, and it actually looks really interesting. I don't know.
Oh, this guy directed Doctor Strange as well. That's why he's working with Cargill. I missed that.
He directed the first one. He EP'd the second one, I think is the way it goes.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Also, he did Sinister. That's pretty intense. Deliver Some Evil. Exorcism of Emily Rose. Man, that one stuck with me.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Okay, so he knows his stuff. I never actually looked back at all his stuff, but he's pretty great. Lives in Denver, Colorado, Brian.
Oh, local boy.
Local boy. Born on the day before I was born. No, wait, he's older than me. Anyway, the point is, see it, The Black Phone, fantastic horror movie. Had a great time with it. All right.
Cool.
And I have a series I can't wait to talk about till next week, but I'll save it. Nicole, or no, we already did you. Randy.
So I'm watching something that everybody's already seen, but I have to recommend it, and I have a reason for that, and I'll tell you about it after the clip. I'm recommending that you watch this thing that you've already seen.
Okay.
And it's all streaming. What you're going to hear in the clip is a couple of Nazis, a couple of neo-Nazi troublemakers, and
they're always up to no good. Those Nazis, they always seem like they're up to trouble.
Yeah, always getting into trouble.
Yeah,
it's late at night, and they're out trying to find something to blow up.
All right, here's your clip.
It ain't got.
Oops, that ain't it.
Well, boy, what do you think? Well, Jared, I think it sucks.
What? Why?
I appreciate the sentiment. Wanting to go after a federal building under construction, but you see, we'd need us a whole box of Emulex to bring that down, and that's if you got cuts in the steel. Now all we got's a rocket launcher, and impressive as that is, the only thing it's gonna do is knock some shit around. Don't you worry about it. We'll just go to Plan B.
Plan B?
Oh yeah, there's always a Plan B.
So did I literally, we were just talking about
no
Dickie,
kidding. What timing?
Yeah, nicely done. You held back. I'm impressed. So you're watching Justified, I assume?
Yes, because we have Justified City Primeval coming later this year. Yeah. We do not yet have a fixed date, but all signs point to November, December as when we're going to get Justified City Primeval. And that gives you just enough time, if you watch, I don't know, like 4 or 5 episodes a week, to catch all the previous episodes of Justified. They are streaming on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just started, and man, it's so good.
Dude, top 10 series of all time. I love this show so much. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Yeah.
3 times through this thing, by the way. 3 watch-throughs for me of that entire
really?
series.
Oh my gosh. I've only just watched it the one time, but
it's
maybe
so
it is
good.
time for a re-binge.
It is. It really, really is. And like I say, you can chill and just watch a few episodes a week for the rest of the year. It was surprising to me that I found myself pulling a clip of Walton Goggins rather than of Timothy Oliphant. But I just love how this thing starts. You know, it's like this is right out of the first episode of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so, it just like hits the ground running really, really hard.
I agree. One of the things I love about the first season does this really well, or at least get you used to it really well. But I wasn't used to shows where you got to spend a bunch of time with the protagonist. That makes sense. Here are the good guys. Here are the police. Here's their plan. Here's what they're doing. And then you don't always see the back end of what's happening with the villains in your story. And this show always spends equal time with everybody. And so you get to see everything that's happening on quote unquote the villain side and everything that's happening on the good side. And that makes things just so much more interesting and complicated and less black and white. And it's just an amazing thing. I mean, it's my favorite Elmore Leonard adaptation of anything ever. And I love things like Get Shorty, and I love what's the Clooney one where he's making out with J-Lo?
Out of Sight.
Out of Sight. Very good movie. He's a great author and his stuff's amazing, but I there's something about Justified in particular where I just think they capture it, and it's so good.
It's kind of mind-blowing to me that it didn't get more awards, and it's because of exactly when it came out. Like, this was peak prestige television, and there were so many things getting Emmys, and Justified would get nominated maybe once a year, right?
Yeah.
And of course, it's known for winning the Emmy for Margot Martindale, who is what you're talking about, by the way.
She's so good.
Bad guy who you get to see a lot of.
Yeah. She was incredible. That whole season.
Like even of all the years, it got one nomination for outstanding art direction, and it didn't win that year. One time, and it's like the art direction of this show is off the charts.
No, it's so good. It's it deserved more. It has a huge underground following. I'm not surprised there's a movie coming. I can't wait for it. In my heart, it won all the awards, so it's fine.
Oh, no. This isn't a movie. This is a series.
Oh, I thought they were doing it just a 2-hour deal. No?
Nope. No.
Oh, really?
And again, we don't know exactly how many episodes even, but they're, like if you read like Cinema Blend or Deadline, or you get to keep up on that they're shooting the show and they expect to be finished with principal photography like this month. And like I say, we know that it's coming later this year because FX is trying to get it into this year's books. But it's a series. It's a series. Well, City Primeval is what it's called.
I did not know that. Cool. I'm all excited now.
And Hulu is where the series is the original. Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, City Primeval is a pretty terrible name, but that was the name of the novel by Elmore Leonard that
it's based on.
Yeah. Okay. So which is cool. Man, I spend a lot of time on Hulu now. I'm there a lot.
Yeah.
Hulu, the little service that could.
Well, and we just keep bringing it up on recommendals because it's like they can do no wrong, right? Like Only Murders in the Building, you can do no wrong. The Orville, you can do no wrong. It's all on Hulu.
My thing next week, if it holds, meaning no one else kipes it from me, is also on Hulu. So we'll talk about that next time. Speaking of next time, we'll do this again. But between now and then, if you're like, wait, what was all that stuff they talked about? Don't worry, we smear it all over the place, including over at quicktms.ly. L-I. But also, if you follow Nicole Spag and you follow Randy Deluxe on Twitter, you'll find him there. Although, Randy, you're not really doing Twitter anymore, are you? Kind of off there.
Yeah, my Twitter break is going really well.
Yeah?
I've really enjoyed not being harassed by random strangers.
It's an amazing what a week off of Twitter can do. But anyway, you'll find it everywhere you go. It's always good having you guys on. And Nicole, I hope flooding never happens again, and that you get the internet want, and that your daughter keeps picking DVDs that everybody wants to watch.
Picking based on pink hair. I hope she continues to judge a book by its cover.
I do too. That's the lesson here, right? Always judge a book by its cover. We'll see you both soon. Have a great week. All right. Look at that. I killed both accounts quickly.
At one time, what'd you do? Like a shift right click?
I wish. I just had to be quick about the right clicking. All right. Check it out, y'all. We're toward the end of this here show. However, quick email from a listener. The Luxembourg follow-up from Raoul, which I now know is pronounced Rowell, like R-O-W-L.
Okay. All right. Good.
He says, hi, I
don't remember how we pronounced it before.
I think I said Raoul because I didn't know the way it was spelled. Yeah. But he says, hi, love the Luxembourg part of the last show. You guys asked about pronunciation of my name. It was nearly perfect, but it's actually pronounced as you would say growl. So in a fake phonetics, Raoul. So that's what we call him now. Says about the space junk, I actually meant that one company here owns and operates satellites, but as we are also rather big financial hub for very lax tax laws, it is normal for big money to settle here. So a lot of times that stuff will, be owned by somebody where the money is there. Anyway, I have listened to your podcast since the early Instance days and the shows before TMS, which I forgot the name. It was with the South American guy as co-host. You're talking about Extra Life Radio, ELR.
Oblivion.
Yeah. It was, or Obsidian, not Oblivion.
Obsidian, right.
I kind of like Oblivion.
That's how long it's been for me, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a bit. But
Obsidian.
Talked to him the other day.
I even met him at Dragon Con, and I forgot his name. I feel so bad.
I talked to him the other day. He's doing great, doing tons of art and just kicking ass down there. Teaching at the university, doing good. He's my favorite Brazilian still. How much is a Brazilian? All right. Real quick, I want to thank a new patron who joined us this week, or just in the last couple days. Kanja. Is that how you'd say that if you looked at that name?
Totally would. Kanja.
Kanja. Kanja. Thank you for the cool name and also joining us over there. If you'd like to be like Kanja and be a part of the best damn morning show in the history of the internet, patreon.com/TMS is how you do it. Go check out all the reasons why. They're all there for you today. If you'd like to send us your emails, you can do it at themorningstream@gmail.com. You can also find us on Twitter @morningstream. And everything else is at frogpants.com/TMS. tradition states that we have to play a song before we leave today. Brian Ibbott will be the guy to do it. What do you got?
Fair enough. I can check this off my to-do list. Listen, Jeremy Davies Jeremy Dennis wrote in and said, "Hey, Soundwave and Blaster.
Nice.
This August, my podcast about Transformers celebrates both our 9th anniversary on August 13th and episode 500 of our toy focus show named Transmissions, as well as episode 300 of our media focus show called Alt Mode." Look at that. All three. It's like a perfect storm of Transformers stuff. In celebration of these 3 milestones, and by the way, clever way to get that promoted, by the way.
Nicely done.
I was wondering if you would play Dare from the Cybertronic Sprees album 1986 Revisited. It's a great cover of the original Stan Bush track on the animated Transformers movie soundtrack. By the way, Jeremy, I would have expected you to get the name right. It's called The Transformers, the movie, the soundtrack.
Oh, man. Nice.
Zing!
Zing.
9 years ago, I never would have imagined the friends I would have made and the wonderful opportunities like ANTP that I've had along the way, of course. And as the song says, you can win if you dare.
That's right.
Well, of course, Jeremy. Very, very
That
happy.
movie's awesome. Have you ever seen the animated Transformers movie?
I've not. I'm waiting for us. We have it. Oops, there goes my light. We have it for FilmSack, and
we got to get around to that because it's so good.
We do, because it has to be done.
Yeah, and it's animated, which we're trying to do more of sometimes. This is a perfect one for that.
Yeah.
We got to get on it. Anyway,
I don't even know what this whole Stan Bush the Touch thing is. Is it some cat named Weird Al Yankovic doing a song called Dare to Be Stupid or something? I don't know. Robots? What? All right, anyway. Jeremy, this one's going out to you, and congratulations on, listen, if there's anything that that we're happy to hear is making it to any episode number after 100 is a feat in and of itself in podcasting. So congratulations on making it to 300 and 500 of those 2 different shows. So well done.
Well done.
All right. Cybertronic Spree. These guys are awesome. Not to be confused with another favorite band of mine, the Polyphonic Spree. These guys probably have far fewer members and don't require a 23-person tour bus. In 2019, they released an album called Transformers 1986 or 1986 Revisited, as you say. Dare, originally by Stan Bush, covered here by Cybertronic Spree.
See you guys tomorrow for a whole new TMS. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I can't stand to hear a grown man scream.
Me neither, man. Seems like